Hello, it's Chris with MVR. It's November 8th, and just a brief comment on financial stocks. The XLF is trading lower. It's down roughly 0.5% in early U.S. trading. It is down roughly 2.4%, which isn't particularly significant from its recent high, although it is trading lower alongside the 10-year Fed funds yield curve. If you remember, we noted that financial stocks really began to rally as this curve bottomed out in early September. It bottomed out at roughly 90 basis points, and it traded as high as 131 basis points, in late October. Since then, the curve has began to flatten. In turn, the XLF price action did begin to weaken, and we did see that move lower this week. Now, if we try to put this into context, why did the 10-year Fed funds curve steepen? Now, it steepened because the 10-year yield steepened as traders were trying to price in higher inflation vis-a-vis higher commodity prices. They also tried to anticipate the fact that President Trump may nominate Taylor as the next Fed chair, which would be hawkish. Now, we had the opposite viewpoint. We didn't think Taylor was going to get the nom. Why? Because Trump wants a lower dollar. Why does Trump want a lower dollar? Because he wants to reduce that deficit. And you reduce the deficit by making exports more attractive. As we thought, he did nominate a dove. He nominated Jerome Powell, which is supposed to be as dovish as Janet Yellen. And since then, the curve began to flatten. We saw the 10-year and 30-year begin to flatten as well. In turn, financial stocks traded lower. So what we think will happen is we will see a grind lower in yields. We believe it has essentially already priced in a Fed tightening in December. Although the yield curve may steepen slightly, we do think the overall trajectory is lower, which has been our base case all year. We think the Fed funds, the 10-year Fed funds yield could dip below 1%. In turn, we expect financial stocks to reverse some of the recent rally. If we look at least near term, we think, in regards to our volatility range, we think the lower end will be at about $25.97. We could see some support there, though a move lower is expected.